The Unemployment Insurance Fund started processing claims for new paternity benefits on Friday. The law allows for benefit payments for a maximum of 10 days. It's calculated on a flat rate of 66% of the contributable remuneration. For more on this, Makhosonke Buthelezi, Director of Communications for the Unemployment Insurance Fund, joins me now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jane.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us how this all works.
So, how this is going to work is that a new father will have to apply for parental leave or paternity leave at work, and once the leave has been granted, then they can come to the Unemployment Insurance Fund to apply for the parental benefit. So they're going to need to bring their ID, they're going to have to bring the birth certificate of the child, and obviously there's a form that we'll give them so that they can furnish us with their banking details.
I mean, this is really fantastic news for men, isn't it?
It is indeed.
What led you to this point? What happened?
This started with the amendments, the Labour Law Amendment Act that was passed by the President in November last year, and that came into effect this year. The Amendment Act basically amended, among others, the basic conditions of employment. So in the basic conditions of employment, new things that came in when it comes to leave, it is this parental leave. It is adoption leave, as well as commissioning for parental leave that has to deal with surrogacy. So it started all there, and I think the main aim is to ensure that new dads also have an opportunity to bond with their newly born babies for a period of 10 years.
Yes, because obviously that must have been taken into account, how the father is missing out on that really important time.
Yeah, that plus we had to also align ourselves with the ILO, because ILO, International Labour Organization, also has that in their prescripts, that male employees also need to take time off to bond with their newly born babies.
And was it easy to convince businesses to buy into this? Because obviously it's going to have some sort of impact on them.
This was, as it happens with any legislation, it starts at NEDLAC. So it's labor, business, government and community. They all sit around and thresh out all these policies and legislation. So my sense is that they must have bought into this, and I don't think it's a new thing, because other companies were already giving paternity leave to their male employees. And companies like Volvo, for example, they'd long started with this thing. So it's just that, and in other countries, particularly international companies, that started with this thing.
So we're playing catch up, really.
Exactly, we needed to catch up as South Africa. And
how do you advise men go about this? What should
they, as I said earlier, as soon as they've taken leave, their employers have granted them paternity leave, they need then to go to the nearest Department of Labour office to apply for the parental benefit, and then there's forms that they will have to complete. And unfortunately, at the moment, it is still a manual process, but as time goes on, we will automate the process so that they won't have to go to a labour centre.
Well, we're thanking you on behalf of all the fathers out there. Makhosonke Buthelezi, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.